Hey guys, it is Sunday morning. It's a balmy 41 degrees at 10:29. And we're on our way to church, the Midland Free Methodist Church. We usually go to the Roscommon Free Methodist Church. And we have two little chitlins with us. Chitlin A.
My name's G.
Chitlin B. And of course, Petey's driving, and I'm recording and loving on my owl. Oh, I love this owl so much that Pete got me. Oh, I love it. It's all sparkly and all the feathers. Anyway, I've been collecting owls since before collecting owls was cool. I collected owls probably.
Hey, I got owl
Lyra has owls too. I'm guessing probably college age. When I went down to see my mom in Florida, we used to go to some of their big flea markets, and that's where my owl collecting started. But and it came out of, there was an alphabet book that my mom used to read to us when we were kids, and the O was for owl, and it said Brownie Fowley Little Owl, and we all called owls our entire childhood Brownie Fowleys. So that's where that came from, I guess. That's why I loved owls, because it brought back those wonderful memories. So I was in college, of course, in the 70s, and that's when I started collecting them. But now it's cool, so you can find a lot. But I am kind of picky about which owls I keep. Anyway, that's it. It's a little drizzly, and we're supposed to get dumped on a ton of snow tonight, and so that should be fun too. And I will see you guys later. Bye. What do you have? Noodles,
noodles, rice, and
sesame ball,
sesame ball, and chicken, and roll, sesame ball, and
cantaloupe.
And
I'm not sure what's in there.
I call them
Oh, the donut? The Chinese donut? And what do you have? Sesame ball.
Sesame ball, crab rangoons, more sesame ball, meat, broccoli, more crab rangoon, cantaloupe, and broccoli. Don't forget broccoli. I forgot that. You forgot what? That. Crab rangoon? It's okay, you can get it next time.
I forgot fish, shrimp, seafood,
Ravioli.
salmon.
Looks like ravioli.
They're little mussels, I think. Nope, scallops. You went for the seafood today. Who's kicking the table?
Not me.
Whoever it is, I'm going to have to beat them.
It wasn't me.
We haven't been to this one in a few years. Right, Leland?
Right, since my kindergarten graduation.
That's right.
It was me.
You were there too, but you were real little.
I was so crying.
Yeah, you were still crying. Oh, not too bad. Wore my hat all morning. My hair was wet when I put it on, so I figured, I wear my hat. I wore my gorgeous owl. Oh, I love that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love that thing. Anyway, thank you for my owl, Petey.
You're welcome.
I love it. Anyway, Maisie, poor Dotes. She was so sad. Come here, good girl. There she is. Oh, there she is. She was so sad when we left.
Maxwell.
I'll have to put the picture here that Pete took before we left. And then she went in the bedroom after we got our coats on and we were about to walk out the door. She went and laid on the bed and just laid there with her head down, facing the side. And she didn't even lift up and look at us when we left. She was just so sad. But now she's happy that we're home. White Dotes! White Dotes. Is that white? She said, just keep petting me, Mom.
You happy your people are home?
Are you happy your people are home? Yeah?
There goes the tail.
Yeah. Her tail going. I can't see her tail. Her tail usually is going. Okay, anyway. So what did we think about this church? Well, it was much, much, much different from our church. And even though they're both the same denomination, I'm sure doctrinally they're similar or the same, but the service itself was a lot different. First of all, they had very lively music. They had a band that did a total of 3 songs. We do 6 at ours. They did a total of 3 songs, and all the songs were very long, very long. So the music still lasted a half hour, like ours does, 25 to 30 minutes, but there was only 3 songs. One person said hello to us out of 100 probably that were there. When we went in, we were obviously new, and they had a greeter who opened the door for us but didn't speak to us. So I went up to him and asked him some questions, and he answered them. Didn't introduce himself, didn't get chatty, like nothing, just answered them, which was basically, I guess, all I was asking for was answers. And then while we were sitting in the church, one lady came up and said hello, and she walked by, and she shook our hands very briefly. No introductions or no. I'm thinking they need a Bernice at that church, don't you think?
Yep.
They need a Bernice. She goes up and she gives everybody hugs, and they're best friends by the time they leave. But really at our church, everybody talks to new people, and we keep talking to them every week. I mean, you walk in and you're one of us from then on. We don't just ignore them after the first time they've been there. We don't ignore them the first time people talk. Talk to them and just talk to them like,
We're home.
hey, where are you from? What brings you to these parts? Whatever. I mean, chat people. What do you think of the weather? So, yeah, and so this was very different for me, that people just pretended we weren't even there. 2 old people and 2 kids. But the kids had a great time. I gotta get my owl back. I do that so when the dog jumps on me, she doesn't break it.
I got a better reception over at Kroger. Are you Santa Claus?
That's true. You did get a better greeting at Kroger. Anyway, but that's not to say that the church is bad. It's just to say that it is extremely different. You'd think with that many people there, somebody would notice that we were new and strike up some sort of conversation to make us feel welcome and that we may want to come back the next week. You would think. But anyway, they did talk a lot about outreaches to the community and everything, but they probably are more interested in outreaching the community than people that actually come through their doors. Yeah, that are in reach. So, yeah, it's funny, Max.
What are you doing?
So that was, as far as the message goes, they didn't really have a message today. Today they did something a little different, so I don't know how the messages will be, but what we did hear from the pastor was good. I liked. The kids loved it. Leland and Lyra went to Kids Corner, and they thought that was great because they got balloons, and they brought their papers up that they had done or worked on or whatever they had done. And, Leland had a whole pocket full of unblown up balloons for them. So
He had a word find.
Oh, he had a word find, and Lyra had, it looked like a coloring sheet that had already been colored.
Yeah, it looked like flowers or something.
Yeah, flowers or something. So they want to go back. They really want to go back. So we'll go back. Maybe they'll notice us next time. And they'll say, oh, they've been here before. We don't have to greet them. I don't know. Not what I'm used to, I guess. So, and I will not criticize the other church. I'm not criticizing them. I'm just saying they do things a lot differently. And the way they do things is a little off-putting to me. That doesn't sound critical, does it?
Nope.
So, anyway, there's that. we took the kids to a Chinese restaurant there that we haven't been to in a few years, and it's right down a few doors down in the same building from Big B's. So we took the kids to Big B's after. Pete and I got our lattes, and the kids got a kid's drink. So with lots of whipped cream and sprinkles, so they were happy. We sat there and drank it like coffee people in Big B. And then we took them home, and then we went to Kroger and picked up a couple things that we needed, and then we came back. Plus, Casey told me an easier way to get to Kroger. And I wanted to test it while Pete was driving.
Now you need to find an easy way to get back.
Exactly, because of the one-way streets. It was easy to get there. We'll say that. Getting back was something different again.
Only we had a helicopter. Or a magic carpet. I don't know.
So after this, we're not planning on going anywhere else today. Maisie's happy about that. Why don't? And my legs and everything are hurting, and my spine is bad today, so I want to take Maisie for a long walk. I took her for a long walk last night, and we had a blast, but I haven't been walking her that much because my legs have been so bad. So all the stuff she had learned, I was afraid she would forget it, but she hadn't. She's just good as gold out on the walk. She put her ears up and looked at me. Yes, I said W-A-L-K. So I want to take her again, but I'm pretty hurting because we're expecting 5 to 8 inches of snow tonight. Storm center moving in. That's probably why I hurt so bad. Are you hurting today?
I want to get that water before.
Yeah, he's hurting too. So his arthritis is bad today too, so it's probably the storm. But I really, really want to walk her. I might take her down a couple of spots, and then I can turn around and come back if I can't go further. But I'm going to change my clothes because I don't want to get... This dog sheds continuously. I'm always covered in Maisie hair, so I'm going to have to just start buying tan clothes, everything tan. So guys, I will see you later. Bye.